Good morning, everyone. Tomb Raider 2018. Man, they thought they were actually going to get a franchise out of this. Multiple connected movies. Ugh. Ooh, not good. Let's get into it.
According to legend, Himiko, the first queen of Japan, who ruled her empire through dark magic.
I really do not like opening narration. I just think it's such a bad way to start things off. It doesn't... Just the info... I mean, we're a few seconds into this thing, and it's just a massive info dump. I don't know, man. Never a good way to start off a movie.
An army of her own generals bound and dragged Himiko to an uninhabitable island.
Why couldn't you just set her on fire? I don't know. I really feel like I would be good at getting rid of, I don't know, deadly magical bodies. I'd just chain her up, dig a giant hole, and just keep setting it on fire. And then seal it up. It shouldn't be that difficult to kill something.
There she remains, entombed beneath the mountains.
Can't you just build a tomb under a mountain and then just collapse it? Wouldn't that be an idea too? Or just tons and tons of heavy chains and boulders and just sink her to the bottom of the ocean?
I found a speck on an old map that no one else has.
Why would you want to find this woman? If the legend behind her is that everything she touched dies, what would make you say, yes, this is the archaeology excursion that I want to go on to essentially bring about the end of the world?
Even if it means doing the last thing I'd ever want to do.
Why? So you're going there because other people are trying to get to it first? And you're like, hey, this is a terrible idea. I'm going to go find this thing with my obviously lack of resources, except that I'm more knowledgeable than everyone else in the world about this, so I can find it first. I don't know, man. I don't really believe in you. And she is starting off getting her ass kicked.
Counter punching doesn't work for you. You don't have the skill.
Thanks, Terry.
Okay, so she doesn't have the skill. So is she gonna fight dirty? Because that's what I would do. I would kick this woman straight in the cooch.
Come on, Lara.
Okay, she better come back here and just kick her ass. There has to be something she can do, because we cannot start this off with our main protagonist getting her ass whipped. Because later on, obviously, she's gonna go against every bodyguard in the world and demolish them. So we can't have it to where it starts off where she's losing, right?
Come on.
Spit in her face, kick her in the cooch, headbutt her in the nose. It's over. So that's what I would do.
Nice one, Lara. You've got this.
Why? You don't even have a tight hold on her. Oh, that's over. Yeah, that is locked in. She's done.
It's over.
Isn't.
Thank you, buddy. That's over. She's fading fast.
Come on, Lara. Tap out.
Okay. She's obviously done here, but if I'm doing this movie, she wins by some kind of cheating or something like that. She's like, in a real fight, you have to fight dirty or something like that. She can't just lose honorably. No. Great. That's our protagonist. Just tapped out. What was it? Never Back Down? Where the main character passed out, where he was in a chokehold, and they're like, tap out, you can't get out, and he chose to pass out versus tapping. I think that's so much more honorable than tapping out. Man, she whipped your ass. Why is this other girl not the main character? Who thought that was a good idea? Just imagine just the director's like, you know what, here, just throws her an apple. I want you to have this apple in your mouth.
Don't say it. You got whoops, girl.
Don't say it. You got whooped. Yeah, I know.
Marmalized.
What does it matter? What are we... Well, we're 3 minutes into this movie. Can't you go in a cave or something? Remember, like, the Indiana Jones movie that starts off where he's doing something awesome? Yeah, every Indiana Jones movie... Actually, I haven't seen Dial of Destiny yet. I plan on reviewing that one later this year. But all the other Indiana Joneses, he's doing something cool. Not just... Nothing. This is 3 minutes in. We got nothing going on here. And you're gonna tell me she's gonna be the greatest Tomb Raider of all time?
We cool? Yep, cool.
No, we're not cool. You just choked me out. We're not friends. Yeah, why is this chick not the Tomb Raider? She's so much tougher.
Was fun, actually.
No, it wasn't. Stop coping, bitch. We had I stopped it at like 3:20. We had 20 seconds of this absolute nothingness going on here. This movie's under 2 hours.
I'll get you next time.
Yep, that's our Tomb Raider, folks. Bike helmet. Not even like, oh, I don't wear a helmet. It weighs me down or something.
You stole my apple.
Oh, that's why she had the apple, so this guy could go, hey, who stole my apple?
Should have known it was you.
Why? Why would you know it's her? Is she like a street urchin or something?
Why would I do a thing like that?
Because you can't afford your own.
So she's poor? I thought her dad was like a rich Raiders of the Lost Ark motherfucker.
Just seen you behind with your payments.
Terry, look, I'll...
Behind on your payments? You live at the gym?
Get a job, Lara.
Isn't your dad like an archaeologist?
Do you think I'm dressed like this for fun?
Oh my god, she's an Uber driver. She's an Uber Eats delivery bitch. What is going on here? She's the every woman.
I like you, Lara. I really do.
I don't like you. I've seen you for less than 4 minutes and 24 seconds. I do not like this main character at all. Yeah, but she's behind on her payments and everything. So, also, what is... I'm confused here. You don't live at the gym. This is your gym membership that you're not paying for? It's a boxing gym. I don't really understand. Can't you just work out in your driveway? Can't you just do push-ups and sit-ups and squats? What's the problem here? What are you getting out of this gym that you can't just get from buying, I don't know, like a $20 thing on Amazon or just a bunch of free weights? What is this soundtrack? And are they even speaking English? Just some weird British dialect here? Short skirt doesn't mean that I want it? What is this song? Also, call me crazy. If I need money for a movie, 2018, that wasn't that long ago, so Grubhub, Uber Eats were things, right? And DoorDash, those are the big three. They should all have existed back then. Couldn't you maybe call one of them and say, hey, we're making a live action Tomb Raider cinematic universe. She's going to be a delivery driver. Do you guys want to get for some advertisement and then get a little bit money back to maybe lower the budget? Wouldn't that be something? Instead of, is this company actually a real thing? If it's not, they should have went with Uber Eats, Grubhub, or the other one I forgot. Oh, so these two, is this like the love interest or something that's going to follow her along on this massive journey, and then they may or may not get together in the end?
Anything else?
No.
What the? What was that? Is this dude going to show up later on and be the love interest? If not, what another wasted scene. This movie so far, we're 5 minutes into this thing. We have wasted probably 3 minutes worth of time. Yeah, slap this boy upside the head. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, why don't I ask her out in front of my parents and whoever this really nosy dude back here is? What a poor, destitute-looking place. Everyone rides bikes. There's graffiti everywhere. Europe is terrible.
We're gonna do a fox hunt.
A fox hunt. Okay.
How much money?
600 quid?
600 quid. That's like $40 in regular person money.
I think you just found yourself a fox.
Why? I don't even think you're a good bike rider at this point. You have done nothing right so far in this movie. You can't pay your bills, you can't fight, and now you're going to be the most expert bike rider of all these people? And then, of course, you're going to be raiding tombs later and firing off bows and arrows, fighting God knows how many bodyguards of clearly trained assassins and mercenaries? I don't believe this character at all. Also, on a side note here, I think this is the chick from Ex Machina. Maybe it's just my own hubris here. I think I could have saved that chick. I think in the end, if I was in that movie, she wouldn't have locked me in there to die. I think she would have come to love me. But that's just for another day. This town is garbage. Why do people choose to live in places like this? I have a feeling that this is not sanctioned by the city whatsoever. This is just a bunch of random street urchins that decided we're going to ride bikes up and down the streets and disrupt traffic and people's everyday lives. You don't even know what the rules of this are, and you just jumped into it immediately. She's just going to be the best at everything, isn't she? I'm confused here. I can understand the fighting, because obviously she's going to have to fight people, so it's good to know that she can handle herself in one-on-one combat situations or have certain martial art abilities about her. But bike riding, is this going to do anything later on in the movie? Is there going to be a situation where she's in a tomb and then there's a wheel and she's like, wait a second, I got this, and then gets on it and then just rides off to safety? This has nothing to do with anything. We are wasted, man. What are we up to? We're 7 minutes. This is taking forever. We're 7 minutes into this movie, and we have zero anything that would remotely make her into a Tomb Raider. Oh, good. Now we're making a trail of paint everywhere. You people suck. You are getting paint all in this fancy restaurant's floor. What's wrong with you? Okay, you know what? That's a good move. Now it shows, okay, she thinks outside the box, she does what she has to, but again, she did not do this in the fight in the beginning. If she's getting choked out and just rams her thumb up that bitch's ass and then cheat to win, then I'd be like, okay, cool. This makes sense. You cheat to win, you do what you have to in a fight. Forget the honor, I just want to win. I get that. But you lost honorably that. This was like the same day too. This was like an hour ago. And now you're cheating in the bike race for 600 quid, which is, you know, like $250 American. Also, how do you catch them? Do you have to grab the foxtail? That's kind of dangerous, right? Yeah, this game is terrible. Don't do this, folks.
Oh, hey, which way you going?
Get out of the way, you daft quid!
Use your mirrors!
Serves her right. She's not looking while driving, and then yells at the guy for opening up his door as she's speeding by. Clearly shouldn't be in this road whatsoever with her bike. And then she hits a cop car. I don't like this main character. Why does Hollywood... Again, this is 2018. This was way before. I would say 2020 is when they really ramped up the girl boss thing and shaming people for not liking them. This is 2 years before that. This is everything wrong with Hollywood right here. And again, we are... And man, we're not even at the 10-minute mark right now. Is she at the police station? Is this a crime, that what she did? That she got out of the way and hit a police car? I understand, yes, she caused damage to it, but wouldn't this be like an accident or something like that? Would they actually take you to the police station because of something like this? I would say she'd be more of a chance she's at the hospital right now, let alone getting booked for something. Because they don't know it's a fox hunt. For all they know, she's carrying paint and there was a hole in it. And she could say, oh, I was riding my bike and this guy distracted me and I swerved out. Why is she getting arrested for this?
Fancy seeing you here.
Yes, in a police station. Obviously, obviously, you were her one phone call.
You didn't have to come.
Yes, you did. You called her. She was your one phone call. Of course she had to come.
I don't need a guardian anymore.
Yes, you do need a guardian because you're street trash. You clearly can't be trusted on your own.
I haven't seen you for a long time.
Why is she here then? I'm curious here. They haven't seen each other in a long time. There's clearly some tension between them. Was this the one phone call you had? And also, again, why are you have to get this one phone call to begin with?
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome, you ungrateful bitch.
I needed the money.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Your father is like a Tomb Raider. He's Indiana Jones. He probably has massive connections with museums and brought all these artifacts there. He's probably loaded. Did you not see what your house looked like in the flashback where he did the Hunger Games symbol to your head? You look like you're rich. What, did he spend all of his money on crypto or something?
There's an inheritance waiting for you, if only you would...
I won't.
Why don't you want it? What is with these self-righteous people that are like, hey, I don't want to be rich. Okay, be poor then. Your life sucks. You can't even afford a gym membership.
Private investigators won't even take our money anymore.
Can you imagine the police officer that's just trying to do paperwork in the background and he has to deal with this conversation? Like, just go. Just go.
But you really must come in and sign those papers now.
That's why you came.
No.
No, I came because you... What is happening in this scene? I'm so confused here. She's not handcuffed. She's not being questioned. What is stopping her from just leaving right now? Does she have to have a guardian? Is there a payment that has to be made or something? If she can't make the payment, do they just put you in jail overnight?
With your potential, with your wealth.
His wealth, not mine.
Oh my god, who cares? It's money. Shut up. You live in a graffiti-infested place of gypsy bike riders everywhere. Get out of this place. You don't get any points or any medals for living in squalor.
If you don't sign the papers...
Son of a bitch. We are 11 minutes into this freaking movie. We have done nothing. We have learned very little about this character of any importance whatsoever moving forward in this movie. Why couldn't you just start this off with her doing something cool and then go back and do the slow character development, dare I say, a little bit of on-the-nose dialogue, like, oh, well, your father would have been proud, like, oh, I haven't seen him in years, I wish he would. Just anything like that is better than what we got going on right now.
Then everything your father worked for will be sold off. Not just the company.
He has a company, too? Also, what company? You're an archaeologist. What company do you run?
The Croft Manor also.
Croft, Matt, you are loaded up the butt, lady. So what happened? She's like, oh no, I don't want to be rich. I'll just live on the... Where do you even live? What is your house like?
Lara, your father's gone.
Why are we having this? Can't we go somewhere? 11:32 into this movie. Can't we have this conversation maybe on a walk or something? Somewhere interesting? Anything's better than this. I don't know if she was a good casting choice for Lara Croft. I don't know. I don't think she... Dare I say, I saw a fan picture of Daisy Ridley as her. I think I would have rather Daisy Ridley than this woman.
I'm just not that kind of Croft.
What kind of Croft are you? The poor, in-prison one covered in paint? Yes, you're clearly the smarter of the Crofts right now. On a bike ride for 600 quid. Wow. Your bike, you just throw the bike out. It's destroyed. Can we make her like Aladdin or something? Where she's stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, or doing some cool parkour stuff. Couldn't we give her something? Where maybe we didn't start off where she was an archaeologist or doing some kind of Indiana Jones stuff. Maybe we could have started her off doing some kind of parkour thing, running from the police. I don't know. Maybe they raided a place that you're in and there's like orphan children. So, again, the graffiti. What was the budget for spray paint for this movie? It is everywhere.
But I don't want you to go, Daddy.
I don't want you... British accents are disgusting. This house is massive. Can you imagine her sitting on her poor, destitute slum, listening to a man rob a woman with a knife, and then she has a flashback of beautiful, trimmed hedges, multi-tiered, beautiful mansion. There's butlers in the background. Obviously, the sky is gray because it's Europe, so it's probably about to rain, but besides that... It looks pretty good over here.
We Crofts, we have responsibilities.
I hate family names and stuff where they're like, oh, you're a Croft. That means you're something special. Like, who cares, man? I hate that.
So is your mother's. So it has special powers.
Wow, that gem looks really pretty. It looks like it has sentimental value to it. It's her mother's. I wonder if this is a very important thing to her. And you know what? It should be. There's a reason why I'm bringing this up right now.
Whenever you want to feel close to someone, just put it in your hand and you hold it tightly and they'll know.
That is a beautiful sentiment, Billy Burke. Just, you know what? I love that. Give her this heirloom. Tell her it's you feel it. You think of your mother. It's beautiful sentiment. Let's see what happens to this thing. This girl is too young to lose her father and then go off on this rebellious attitude of hers and move out of big beautiful mansion and go off to I don't know where the hell she's at. I don't even care to look it up in a Google search, but it looks terrible. Terrible place. But there must have been a lot of time. She's probably like, 19, 20 in this movie so far or something. So a lot of time has passed. I don't think she would have went from rich girl to urchin without something dramatic happening. And since the Guardian wants her to sign the paperwork over, I think she would have had this girl really, within arm's length for most of her life. Also, she's got like zero interest in anything that's Tomb Raider archaeologist related at all. Very odd that this is the story that you went with. I saw a comment. I looked up this movie. They said it's like the best video game adaptation ever. Are you out of your mind?
Courier's round the back.
I'm not a courier.
Can't you... Have you ever walked into a place and just assumed that you belong there? Wouldn't you just naturally walk up to this guy and say, "Hi there, I'm Lara Croft. I'm here to see this person." Like, wouldn't that be the logical thing to do versus just, "Hey, I'm going to walk into this building with clearly security and a front desk person, just walk in like I own the place"?
Well, I am.
Right.
Okay. He's like, "Couriers are on the back." It's like, "Well, I'm not a courier." Well, yeah, I actually am. Who cares? Who is right in this movie? And how much do they get paid to do it?
I'm here to see Anna Miller.
That's how this conversation should have started. "Hi, good morning. I'm here to see Anna Miller." Would have taken 5 seconds.
You got to sign in like everyone else.
Perfect. I will sign in because those are the rules here. Let me sign in.
What's your name?
Lara
Lara.
Croft.
Oh no, he realizes that this rude bitch is actually the one that owns the building. Wow. They wasted so much time. All you had to do was walk up to them and say, "Hi, I'm here to say Anna. What's your name?" Lara Croft, and that's it. All you had to do. Why are you smiling? You could have just... Look at it. Look, it's so smug-like. What is wrong with these writers in Hollywood? This was years ago. They're still doing the same crap now.
Require a signature on my...
This dude is in a TV show called Vicious, where he and Ian McKellen are gay lovers living together in a flat. Absolute fantastic show, 10 out of 10. I'm pretty sure a lot of the episodes are on YouTube. Highly recommend it.
Would you like Mr. Yaffe to take you through the particulars?
I gather I sign?
Did she just say, "Do you want him to go over the particulars?" And she just said, "I guess I'll just sign"?
That is dead.
I can imagine.
What? Okay. So I'm guessing what's going on here is that by signing this paperwork, they're acknowledging that her father is dead, and then all legal trustees or whatever go over to her. That's what I'm assuming. Just sign the paperwork. There seems to be a lot riding on this. Why are you so adamant? And also, let's say for a second her father's still alive. There's no reason to think that her father is alive for any stretch of the imagination. Let's say she thinks her father is alive. Do you have a better chance of finding your father with 600 quid or $600 million? 600 million quid, let's just say for argument's sake. She could take all the money. She could right now say, "Okay, cool, I'm going to sign everything over. I get all the money. I'm going to sell 100% of my shares right now." And then she could dedicate the rest of her life to going out there and finding her father. Is that not a better idea than just being defiant about it?
How difficult this is for you.
Yes, it's so difficult that I'm going to be fucking rich. And then I can still look for my father.
I miss him too.
Just shut up. She's finally signing the paperwork. Say nothing, let her just sign all the stuff, and then do the sentimental, "Oh, I miss him every day." Who is this? Is she sleeping with her father? I have no idea who this woman is. Okay, is this going to stop her from signing the paperwork that only takes a second to do?
According to Richard's will, I was to give it to you.
Japanese puzzle.
No. You are not at the we're gonna say 15 minutes. At the 15-minute mark, you are not gonna make it seem like that this woman knows everything about archaeology. She just said she knows where it comes from and she knows exactly what it is. And she's, of course, going to figure out how to open this thing. This puzzle box has probably been locked dormant for 1,000 years. You're telling me, lost a UFC fight in the beginning, can't pay her rent, lost a fox hunt, got arrested. You're telling me now, all of a sudden, she knows how to do this stuff. Bad writing. This is a masterclass in bad writing. And we're 15 minutes into this thing. Okay, I just want to pause and say right now, I know how to solve this puzzle. I am the greatest puzzler of all human history. I just put it on the ground and stomp on it. And that's how I open it up. I don't need to play the game here of doing the puzzle thing. I've already opened this thing in a second.
I could never understand your father's obsession with those things.
What, you don't understand his fascination with cool objects from ancient civilizations? Do you have hobbies, woman?
There was going to be some purpose to it.
This seems like that was a very easy puzzle to solve. Very easy. I didn't think it takes much skill to do that. What is she confused about? That the puzzle box was solved and it opened up? So what would have happened if she would have hit the police car and just became a parallelogram or just died instantly? Like her father left along this puzzle box to do what with it? What if she died and didn't get a chance to open it up? She's looking at her like, she ain't ever gonna sign this paperwork ever. She's gonna look for any excuse in the world to do everything else except sign this paperwork. Ah, yes, a key and a note. Again, thank God she didn't die in the car accident, or, I don't know, all the other stupid stuff that she's done since her father left.
The first letter from my final destination.
What a morbid thing. Here is the problem I have with this movie so far. Again, the problem I have with this movie so far, we're not even 16 minutes into this thing, okay? I've been talking for way too long. The biggest problem I'm having so far with this movie is that she is not a Tomb Raider. She is not special. She is not unique. She's not the smartest person in the room. So far, with the bicycle chase thing, jumping in the back of a car, it was kind of smart. It was devious. It was clearly cheating. But it was thinking outside the box. She's fighting the girl one-on-one. Didn't cheat. Didn't do anything creative. Didn't do anything like that. She's there just regularly, delivering food. It's not like she has, trying to figure out 1,000 other side hustles or stuff like that. Like collecting rainwater or making her own clothes. I'm just saying, she doesn't do anything. And then she looks at this note, and she's like, oh, I know exactly where this is. I love him in the back. He's like, every time. You have no money. How did you get here? And this is Croft Manor. This is Croft. Are you out of your mind? Why don't you live here? What's the problem? It's not like it's abandoned or anything like that. I mean, look at the shrubbery. It's all perfectly squared and everything like that. So clearly, the maintenance is being kept up here, right? Why are you not living here? Do you have any idea how many gypsies you could pop into this place? It's a gypsy haven. When you're so rich that you don't want to be buried with the poor common folk. Unbelievable.
My final destination.
So, at this point of the movie, is it safe to assume that he's alive? That... I was going to say he faked his death, but he was just never found. So, he has this puzzle box, assuming that he is gone, and that she's going to find the clues to find him, or find out where he's going. He really did plan ahead for, I might die or get lost at sea, so I'm going to trust this one human being in the entire planet to figure out the clues of where I'm at. Maybe you could have, dare I say, have a GPS device, something with the trustees or that constantly know your location. Anything like that sound like a better idea than this? Okay, Bruce Wayne, listen, I understand you have more money than God. I understand that. How do you commission something like this? Where do you even begin to search for the crew that can do this. This is why I'm terrible at puzzles. This is why I'm absolutely terrible at puzzles. Assuming for a second I just randomly press this thing, and it has a keyhole, and I don't have the key. Can't I just smash through this? It's just a wall. The most difficult part of this is not the key. It's finding out where this secret catacombs would possibly be. So are all these people not really dead? Do any of these other bodies even exist at all? Because obviously all the I guess the storage containers where all the bodies are, they're not real, right? So are these people even, have they even existed? It's like, yes, we need room for the secret bat cave. Uncle Edgar could get buried outside with the rest of the folks. Why do you need I know obviously it's cool and everything, but what is going on in your life that you need to have this secret base built underneath the dead remains of other people long past? Can't you just have like a regular office like a normal person? What are you possibly looking for that you need it this secretive? And also, just think how many times he must go here. Like, does his family think he's just constantly mourning? It's like, oh, there goes father to the catacombs again. Oh, yes, he misses his aunt still. Like, he goes there probably for days doing... Look at all this stuff here. He just keeps bringing in all these... You have to bring all this stuff in there. Does his family not see him? Look at this thing. He's got, like, a giant winged thing over here. He's just bringing that in the catacombs and no one's questioning it? Yeah, all this stuff. He has IKEA furniture and paintings and all this stuff here. He had to just bring all of this stuff in here without anyone realizing it. No servants or anyone else, lawn care people, ever saw him do this. Shouldn't it be dusty or anything like that? Why are the lights working? He's been gone for over a decade, right? Has anyone been keeping this place up? You are not a spy. Even later on when the plot is revealed and they find out what everything's going on, at no point did I think this is James Bond reincarnate. You can do exactly what you're doing now with one passport and that's it. It's like he planned on getting killed or being lost forever. That's what he did. He chose to have this happen and left 1,000 breadcrumbs for one person on the planet to find him. That one person is someone that we've seen so far have zero interest in any archaeology whatsoever. But we're just going to shoehorn them. Oh, I know this Japanese puzzle box. Yeah, you just turn them. It's not that complicated. I could have figured it out without smashing it. Okay, my electric toothbrush does not work if it's been off the charger for 2 days. You're telling me that this camcorder, perfectly fine?
I knew I could trust you to solve my puzzle.
I knew I could trust you to solve my puzzle. There was no one else. There was no one else you trusted with this. Why her? She has no interest in any of this whatsoever.
Unfortunately, if you're watching this tape, then it means that I must be dead.
Or lost.
It'll be obvious to you by now that there was more to my life than just boardrooms and business deals.
I don't even know what Croft Industry is at this point. I don't even know. I can't even pretend to think about what that organization, what his company actually does. This is not like a secret life you have. This is not like, oh, I like to play pool or billiards in my free time. This dude is going across the world with secret passports, doing who the hell knows what. You can't run a company while doing that.
When your mother died, grief nearly destroyed me.
Grief nearly destroyed me, so I decided to abandon you constantly.
I began searching the world for proof that the supernatural is...
What is happening here? What is happening? Can't we just do like the Indiana Jones thing? Where he just looks for artifacts and then it just so happens to be the Ark of the Covenant, which is a magical thing. Can't he just go to wherever the hell he was in the second one, and then he just so happens to stumble upon the people that are ripping each other's hearts out? Or he just so happens to look for his father, and his father found the Holy Grail. Not, oh, I was looking for all these magical spiritual things. Like, why? Are you like trying to bring back your wife or something?
Anything to feel her with me again.
Oh my gosh. Why? What? That seems like such a big stretch that you dedicated your life to. I'm gonna look into the spiritual and supernatural to try to bring back my dead. To not even bring her back just to see if she's there? Have you tried like one of those roadside tarot card readers?
I need you to do me a favor.
Find me.
I need you to burn all my research on the Himiko project.
Let me understand this correctly. Let's figure this out together, folks. He left her all of these clues, specifically meant for her, and a camcorder, saying, as soon as you find this, burn the whole bitch down. That's what you did. You know what would have been a better idea? Dare I say? Maybe booby trap this thing. Maybe before you go out for your excursion or something like that, give no one else the key. And then just booby trap this thing, so if someone else stumbles upon it, the whole thing gets lit on fire, and that's it. That's all you had to do.
Just burn all of it, the notebooks, the tapes, everything.
What? I'm not even remotely burning any of this stuff. I'm reading it cover to cover out of pure curiosity.
If it falls into the wrong hands, then it could be catastrophic, so...
It's not. It's seriously not that big of a deal at all.
I know you hate being told what to do, but...
Yes, you're stubborn and dumb.
Please promise me that.
Yes, on my dying wish, I need you to go against every single solitary instinct that you possess in your body and listen to me for once. Can you imagine if he came back? Like, he just showed up one day and he just goes into the basement with Lara. He's like, hey, I made you this tape. Oh, she looks over like, oh, what's that, father? Yeah, I made this tape for you just in case if I died.
You found my secret calling. I hope you find yours.
I don't even think after this do I think, wow, she's going to continue the journey.
Dad loves you.
I hate stuff like that. Just say you love. Don't do the weird. Don't try to make it seem like your little gestures are going to catch on. Well, it's time for me to disobey my father as usual and do the opposite of everything that he just told me. Oh, look, it's the box is right there. The box is literally right there. You can just... I wouldn't be surprised if he already put, like, matches and a thing of gasoline in there. Just, like, in a Ziploc bag. Like, I made it idiot-proof for you. Instantly opens the box.
October 5th.
All the batteries in these things would have liquefied by now, and the tape is ruined.
All the stories about her end in rivers running red with blood.
Why would this remotely make it seem like you could contact your wife on the other side? I don't even know. Is it just that he started looking into the supernatural and then found this? Is like, you know what? This is a little bit more interesting than my dead wife.
Spreading death and destruction with just the touch of her hand.
This is so not something that you want to look into. And also, what do you gain by finding this?
Sealing her away from the outside world. On an island no one could reach.
Then what's the problem here? I think it's good.
I'm certain this is the place.
Why are you looking for this again? I in the comment section. If I'm wrong here, if I missed the plot whatsoever, please tell me why he's looking for this.
To ensure her powers will never fall into the wrong hands.
Yes, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop this ancient tomb that no one in the world is alive to find it. I'm gonna stop it from being found and released upon the world by finding it and telling people. I am so uncultured. Which part of this is the name and which part is the address? How is she possibly gonna get to China? Yes. Remember that necklace that the father gave her after her mother passed and explained how valuable it was and how you could hold it and you'll always think of her? She's gonna pawn it. For money. The last remaining thing of her mother's love, she's gonna pawn it.
That amulet was given to my father by Emperor Showa
No, shut up, it's not. Why are you lying to this guy?
of Japan.
Also, it's the guy from Shaun of the Dead.
This ain't from Japan.
You know what? I think the movie made a mistake here. This should be the guys from Pawn Stars. Like, just a little bit of a cameo or something like, oh, I can't give you 50,000. Best I could do is, 5,000 or something like that.
Emperor Showa was given it by the grandson of the former emperor of Maratha.
Maratha?
What does it matter? The long, extenuating history of this amulet. You're in a pawn shop in, like, a random street in London. This is not a high-end jewelry place at all.
You're having a laugh, ain't you?
This guy, listen, he's got wheeze in the background. You got wheeze and guitars. You really think you're going to get a massive amount of money from this guy and he's going to know what to do?
He was exiled in India.
Why are you lying to this guy? And also, why are you talking? You don't have $20,000 when your company is worth billions?
If I had the provenance on paper, I'd be at Christie's, wouldn't I? But,
Yes, instead, I'm telling you this story and trying to con you out of money.
This is your lucky day.
What are you going to give me, honey?
Is it?
Yeah.
It ain't worth $20,000. I can tell you that right now.
I'm not flirting. I'm just naturally charismatic.
No, first of all, she was flirting. Shut the hell up, woman.
10.
Please.
No, please does not make me want to give you more money.
That's all I have to remember my dad by.
No, first of all, it was all you had to remember your mother by.
Oh, you're dead.
What a freaking bitch this woman is. Why? Amazing. This movie, we're up to the 23-minute mark. My God. You have done everything in your power to make Lara Croft unlikable and insufferable. How do these companies keep doing this stuff? And this movie came out in like 2018. We're in 2024. Maybe 2025 when this video comes out. They have done everything in their power to destroy every IP in the live-action world.
All right, fair enough. 9,000.
Yes! This is the negotiation skills that he was born to do.
You just said 10.
Well, people come in here trying the dead dad shit all the time.
This is... oh my God, I can't believe I keep saying this. Why are we not doing any Tomb Raider stuff? This is what we're focusing on. Her signing paperwork, so her aunt or... I don't even know who the hell that woman is. Maybe some woman sleeping with her father. The funds get released, and she gets control of the company. We're focusing on the Asian lady of death that we're just seeing in his little memoirs, and now we're just focusing on selling the merchandise after we had this whole thing about her riding a bicycle.
I'm happy to keep negotiating because now the price is 8.
Just take the money and go. What's the problem here?
Really?
Oh, bitch. That woman is gonna beat the shit out of you. He is not the bad guy here. Why are you trying to make it seem like this is the bad guy?
Just such occasions.
The most smug person in the world. You're not the hero of the story. Also, I got a stupid question to ask. Is it difficult to just get a random flight to Hong Kong last minute? Is that something that people could just do? And also, she's kind of street trash. I don't think she has passports or anything like that. I'm gonna match the boats. Is there an address on this thing? Can you go to someone that could maybe help you? Oh my God, there's so many boats here. This place probably stinks of fish. Why is there so much cabbage over here? Are you importing this from other places?
Do you know Lou Wren? Not even.
Sorry, Quilo. Don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I'm sorry. Stop bothering the elderly. They're the least likely to help you.
Do you speak English?
Can we find a guy with like a Yankees cap or something like that? Just like a short round or someone like that?
You need help?
I don't know what it is. I just don't trust these three young youths.
Over there.
Endurance? Which one?
This whole thing could have been solved if you wore the backpack like a normal person. Amazing. This whole scene would have been completely gone if she would have just worn the backpack with both straps on. Ah, yes, here we go. Here's the chance we get to see Lara Croft finally doing something. I mean, she got her ass kicked at the beginning of the movie, showed that she's not a good fighter whatsoever. Now they're going to, of course, make her the greatest parkour expert of all human history. Let's see. How did you not I would have caught these guys in a second by now. Why didn't you jump? It was right there. Oh, I'm sorry, why couldn't you just jump on the boat right then and there? I don't want to be that guy. And I don't want to be that guy for a second. But realistically, they could put the bag down right now, take off their jackets, and just blend into the night. Like, she will never... Look where she's at right now. She's running inside this restaurant. The guys could have doubled back. The guys could have done everything right now. And they would have been gone forever. Just ruining all these people's day. Look at this woman's face right now. This movie's ridiculous. Cut his head off.
Stay back.
Yep, stay back. I will rip his head off and shove it up your asses. I'm not playing around here. Oh, look how tough she is. You couldn't... Okay, let's go back to the beginning of the movie. She got her ass kicked convincingly in the opening fight. Now, all of a sudden, she's the toughest person in the world.
You just lose your tongue.
Like, boy, I'm pulling the gun out right now. It's over. Oh, that's weird. This started off with her chasing them, and now they're chasing her. You know, it would have been cool if she would have, I don't know, beat their asses or something before, like all three of them. To maybe put down the bag, took off her jacket, and just kung fu'd the shit out of them. Maybe this would have been a better idea during the actual chase where she's chasing them down. That she's jumping all along these ropes and swinging around and doing all this parkour stuff like in the video games. Wouldn't that have been kind of cooler than just, oh, I chased them down and now they're chasing me and now I'm starting to do this stuff? Thank God that name is written in English. That is not the same looking ship at all. It was a lot browner. You guys are still chasing her after all this time? I don't know why. For some odd reason, I don't really see us as that big of a threat. Oh my God, Lou is fucking nuts. Now, do we really need the subtitle? He's drunk again. Like, can't we not just tell by looking at him?
I said, what are you doing on my boat?
Oh, thank God you speak English. This would have been a nightmare if you spoke... What do they speak? Cantonese or something like that? I don't even know.
Please, wait. Just listen. I need to...
Can't you just explain what's going on? Like, hi, my name is Lara Croft. My father knows you. I found a letter. I'm trying to find him.
Could you please put that gun down and just...
Oh my God, Lou is dead.
My father, Richard Croft, tried to buy a boat from you.
Not me.
You are just the worst guest ever.
Your name is Lou Wren. This is from you.
I know my name.
Oh my... Wait a second. I just realized this. This was 10 years ago or something? That she tracked him down from 10 years ago?
It's the same as my father's, and he wrote that, not me.
Oh my God, it's his father. You racist bitch.
Well, then I need to talk to him.
He's dead.
You and 100 other people he owes money.
Where is he?
I don't find you charming at all. You're just annoying and a bad person.
One day he just left on his boat, and I never saw him again, alright?
Why do we care? Can we get something going on here? The most interesting parts of this movie, of Tomb Raider, was her getting beat up in a boxing ring, her riding a bicycle, and her getting chased by 3 Asian youths. And she just realized, oh, wow, this is going to become a lot more difficult than I thought.
Was this 7 years ago?
Yes, 7 years ago. And you're trying to track him down?
I think I know where they went.
You're out of your mind, writers. You guys are out of your minds. You cannot spend... Where are we at here? We're not even a half hour into this movie. This thing is a nightmare. So you spent a half hour of this movie showing me that she cannot defend herself in a fight, can ride a bicycle, for some reason will not sign paperwork, yet all of a sudden now she knows everything.
So we're off the coast of Japan.
Wait a second, so now is this a story of her finding her father and his father too?
Good luck. There's at least 6,000 islands off the coast of Japan, and hardly any of them are populated.
Why are there so many islands? I don't understand. Like, you hear about the Philippines, there's 1,000 islands over there. It's like, how is that possible?
The location
Okay, I don't understand that at all.
They're clock hands.
They're not clock hands.
Look at this. Oh my god, the smugness of this woman. Unbelievable. They kind of look like clock hands, but they just look like a bunch of L's and V's as well. No. You cannot. No, I hate this crap. You cannot put a puzzle like that in here where it's clock hands and then just run your fingers up and down a map and be like, oh, I know where exactly this is.
That's the one.
How could you at least make this so dumb? It's so dumb. You couldn't even show me. Where did they even start with this? Is it like, okay, there's 6,000 islands. You found one, and then you just followed the clock hands and then just went to the island? Is that how this happened?
That's right in the middle of the Devil's Sea.
Oh my god, you know nothing. You know less than her, and that's nothing plus 0.
You might as well tie a stone to your foot and jump off the boat now.
You are just Mr. Negative every single second of the day.
It'll be an adventure.
Death is not an adventure.
Yes, my head hurts. I just fell off my boat.
Don't you even want to know what happened to them?
I just don't care anymore, okay?
Can't you just care about something? It's weird how the roles are kind of reversed now. Where at the beginning, Lara cared about absolutely nothing. Now it's like, oh, I'm so diehard. I want to find this location now my father's at.
Look, I'm a busy guy. I got stuff to do.
You have nothing to do. Are we gonna get your sad, tragic backstory with Jet Li as your father? Is that what we're gonna get right now? Are they going to allude that he's just a bad gambler? So what happened here? That he lost playing poker last night and then just left all the chips here and everything?
How much did you lose last night?
I actually have that exact set of poker chips. So he got so drunk last night after losing that he just kicked everyone out and didn't put anything away, chips and cards or anything.
What makes you think I lost?
You're sad and a drunk.
What it looked like you were drowning your sorrows, not celebrating.
I just assume this guy's drunk all the time because the kids said, oh, he's drunk again, so maybe this is just who he is. I have no idea how much. Is that a lot or a little?
What will I spend it on, a coffin?
You have nothing. You have literally nothing else going on right now.
Even if you had a boat, you'd sink him before you even left the harbor.
I don't. Is there like a lot of sexual chemistry going on here? I do not know what's going on with these two.
What you need is an experienced captain.
You are a drunk and you're kind of a bummer. I don't trust you. I don't want to even go around with you. You cannot even grow a full mustache. You are not the captain of this ship.
So what's in the other shoe?
A lot of birth control, and it looks like I'm gonna need it.
June 23rd. I may have found the next piece to the puzzle.
Yes, I looked at the clock hands, and it pointed me in the direction of where I needed to go. Get the hell out of here. What was the clock hands? What a stupid puzzle.
And an elaborate door to keep her contained.
An elaborate door. I swear, I would just be the worst Tomb Raider whatsoever. I would just carry a bunch of bombs and that's it. Any door, I've solved it. Was he just repairing the engine? Did they have a massive problem?
Unleashing her scourge.
I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why he would want to search for this. When you find how terrible this ancient lady that got buried alive with all these magical powers. This sounds pretty hardcore, right? Why would I want to release her?
I'm convinced that my progress is being monitored.
Who is recording you while you are doing this? Where are you having these conversations?
The Order of Trinity, an ancient
what the fuck?
militant organization that seeks control over the supernatural.
Oh my god, what is this movie? Can't we just be archaeologists and do cool things like that? We have to have these world-ending stakes with this, and this is not the woman to solve these problems.
Can't sleep?
No, maybe you should tire me out.
It's beautiful.
No, it's not. It's quite scary.
We're headed into the most dangerous stretch of water between Hong Kong and California.
That seems like a big gap, right? Between Hong Kong and California?
Your dad shouldn't you had a bigger holiday.
Yeah.
I really appreciate how well this guy speaks English. This could have been a real bummer of a trip.
Obsessing over some ancient Japanese death queen.
Hey, some men like dangerous women.
Is it... Wouldn't it be Chinese? I don't... Ancient Japanese. Aren't they in Hong Kong? Wouldn't she naturally then go to Japan then? If it was a Japanese island they're going to? Why would you go to Hong Kong to go to a Japanese island?
Good night, Luran. Sweet dreams.
Oh man, they're trying to elude something's happening here between these two.
Not William Tell yet, but you're close.
William Tell was a myth, Dad.
Well,
Was it? It was a dude that shot an apple off of another dude's head. You're telling me no one in history has ever done that?
I can take care of myself.
No, you cannot. No, not even close.
never forget Dad loves you.
Why not just take her with you, you know? I know it's stupid, it's like really irresponsible, but wouldn't you want to maybe take her along and just sail the 7 seas and uncover cool artifacts? Like, wouldn't you want to get your daughter involved in this stuff? Ah, yes, that was the motivation she needed to hit the apple. Be mad at my father. I really hope he's just drunk at the wheel.
Your island's found us!
Is the island always like this? Is it just torrential downpour every second of the day? Well, that's it for this boat. You're done. You're done.
We've lost all control!
Yeah, why do you bother turning it? It's dead. You're dead in the water.
We're dead in the water!
Hey, I just said that. Cool. Wow, we're actually gonna get some, like, Tomb Raider stuff and, puzzles and puzzle solving athletics. Isn't that kind of crazy that the idea of her actually doing something from the games is kind of exciting? This is the least exciting thing she's done so far, and yet is the only video game accurate thing so far. Like, they're smooshed. It's over. Hey, look how dramatically she jumped off the boat into the dark water. Dare I say? Let me just throw this out there. We are at the the glorious 38-minute mark of this movie. Wouldn't it have been kind of better if this is how the movie started off? She's just doing the puzzles and then the chaos happens and she goes up there and then, like, what if that would have been the beginning of the movie? Wouldn't that have been a cooler thing? The action of it, the her doing cool things. Wouldn't that have been better than everything else we got so far? And then, like I said, she'll do some on-the-nose dialogue with maybe some of the natives on the island as she goes on to eventually. That was it? All the dramatic music and she only had to swim another 20 feet? You know what would have been a better idea? What if she just went on the island and then just passed out versus getting knocked out? Because then we know, obviously, whoever she wakes up with, they're going to be the bad guys. Wouldn't it be better that, oh no, I just realized that I'm surrounded by bad guys versus, oh, I've just been captured? Hey, it's Cooper Howard from Fallout. I like him. Oh, blood?
A reef. You hit it.
What?
God, I found you.
What? You got knocked out by someone with a gun.
Almost impossible to get here.
Did I miss something? What happened here? Hold on a second. Let's go back to this. Okay, so she got knocked out. And then what does he say to her?
A reef. You hit it.
Like the boat or me?
Thank God I found you.
Thank God. I think they may have had an editing problem. I don't think that scene was meant to be in the movie.
Right here.
What about Lou? Are you gonna ask about that guy at all?
What are you doing here, Lara?
Again, This would have worked out so perfectly. Yeah, a little bit on the nose dialogue. I would forgive it. If the movie started off where she was on the boat and then we had the chaos and then she just explains what's going on right now, that might have been a better movie than what we've had so far.
I have 2 daughters. Dark hair like you.
What does that have to do with anything?
Pretty like you.
Oh, what are you implying?
I haven't hosted a guest here in a very long time. My name is Matthias.
You do not look like a Matthias. You couldn't even give her a spoon?
I guess being on this island for so long can make you a little crazy.
I'm so confused. You are not alone by yourself, buddy. You are part of an encampment. A massive organization is taking place right now. You're not like Castaway or something like that.
The only person that I get to talk to is on the other end of this phone.
That is an outright lie.
The machinations of fate never cease to amaze me.
You know what the craziest part is that he is connected with the disappearance of her father. Like, what are the odds on this massive island that you ended up on the shore right here as there's soldiers outside of it? During a torrential downpour, there's 6,000 islands. I think on the coast of Hong Kong or Japan, wherever the hell he was saying this was taking place. There's 6,000 islands. And you're in the middle of a torrential downpour. It is impossible for ships to get over here. And you have soldiers stationed outside on the beach in the middle of the worst storm ever done?
The door to Himiko.
Wow, I wonder if he's also looking for Himiko.
Richard had the entrance.
Like, the music dropped. Yes, clearly he is involved in what's going on here. Did she not understand that?
You have brought me the thing that I most wanted in this world.
This is a terrible plot line. I know, again, my thing was kind of along the same lines of it, but the way they're doing this, way too convenient.
Now I see the likeness. Intelligence.
First of all, she looks nothing like her father and is nowhere near as smart as him.
The face. The recklessness.
The 2 eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears.
Where is he?
He's a god now. I killed him.
Wow, what a important moment. Her father is dead by this guy.
I'm sorry if I was too blunt. I'm out of practice.
You're blunt, you're out of practice. You talk to people every single day. What is the problem here? She is taking this way too well. This guy just admitted, I killed your father. And she's just, okay, whatever. You know what would have been a better idea? I keep saying that, but you know what would have been a much better idea? That she was injured and then they kind of wrapped up her arm and knee and hand and stuff like that. Versus her just putting on the stuff from the video game. Wait a second, I thought he was by himself, just like a lot of people here. You had 7 years of explosives and slave labor this whole time? No. Do bullets even last 7 years? Like the powder inside of a bullet, do they last forever? Or do they go bad or something? I'm only saying that because of a scene from the movie 16 Blocks where Bruce Willis's character was surprised that a shotgun went off. He said like, yeah, the shells in that were like 10 years old. I'm surprised they even went off.
What you doing it for? We need that. The shell on that gun was over 20 years old. What? Lucky it went off at all.
Wait a second. I wonder if this name is going to be important later on. What kind of resistance was that? Hey, you lived.
Back to work.
It's like, so he drifted on the island too, instantly put in the slave labor, and she drifted off and like, I guess we'll just talk to her for a while.
You shouldn't have come here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You shouldn't have come here. You should have listened to your father.
We're moving camp.
Do you have any idea how long that would take? You guys have just been blasted in the wrong location. What map were you following that you thought you were in the right spot this entire time. Shouldn't this guy be equally as smart as her father? Pack it up. We're going to move hundreds and thousands of tons of supplies to the other end of this place because her father thinks he might have had the right location. Is this scene symbolizing how far they're traveling? Is that them? That's them. They're traveling up this mountaintop. I think like 30% of the people would die just on the journey alone. That would have been kind of cool. We see the journey, and we get like a scene out of the movie Apocalypto where one of the guys can't catch up, and he's like, "Oh, it's okay, I'll help you," and then he pushes him off the mountain. I would have kind of rather that than the jaw-dropping moment of, "Oh, I killed your father." Whoa, we're seeing this symbol again. I wonder if it's gonna be important.
Shipwrecked fishermen. And some paid smugglers to take him to a better life.
What? So some of these people are shipwrecked fishermen. So I forgot his name already. I'm just gonna call him Cooper Howard for my own sake right now. Okay, so Cooper Howard had his team of people on the island digging for this thing, and then just the next day, a bunch of ships start wrecking along the shore, and they're like, "I guess we can just enslave them?" And then they're like, "Hey, I need more people, so let's just traffic some dudes." There's not a single woman here. It's all dudes. You're just gonna traffic them all over? Can't you just get more mercenaries? Or yeah, why couldn't you? If you're this billion-dollar organization, why can't you just get 1,000 more mercenaries here and people that are capable?
He said he killed my dad.
I don't know why he said that. Like, couldn't you say, "Oh, where's my father?" Like, "Oh, the forest took him. He decided he didn't want to be part of us and ran away, and that's the last we saw him." Just like, I don't know what exactly how I would word it, but just something like that versus "I killed him," because foreshadowing.
He killed mine.
What? What do you mean? He told you he killed your father too?
They saw it. Cold-blooded murder.
Okay. Let's pause for a second here, okay? 7 years ago is when the father left, hooked up with this dude's dad, got on a ship, went to this island. 7 years. And all these other people are involved in this slave labor. And he shows up, and what did they do? Did they ask where he's from? It's like, how long have they been on the boat? All Asians do not know each other. They knew this was your father that got killed. They knew everyone's name. A dude from 7 years ago got killed, and they know exactly who he is.
I'm sorry that I brought you here.
Wait, so you're sorry about the father, or you're sorry that you brought him here? That was kind of a weird way to put it. I'm sorry that I brought you here.
You did take advantage of a drunken sailor.
Yes, you 100% did. What's that face of? Like this is a joke. No, you took advantage of a drunken, desperate man at the end of his rope.
At least we're not dead yet.
No shit.
The fucking dialogue in this. Cinema. Just pushes past him. What a jerk. Is that... Oh, is the thing in the picture the middle part? Or the outside part? Because you gotta look at this thing from the right angle. Okay, let's just look at the ridiculousness of it. You know how long it would take to build this bridge? You guys are doing this for weeks before you even remotely beginning to start digging. You know what? Dare I say, this should be like Jurassic Park 2. You know where they went to the island and the mission was just capture all the dinosaurs? This massive military thing? How is this guy wearing a jacket? It's like 90,000 degrees here.
You okay?
No, I'm tip-top, buddy. Tip-top. Oh, man, this guy is evil. I don't like how scared she is. I don't know. I'm just looking at her face. I'm like, you are not equipped for any of this. Any of this at all. You are not ready for it. And you see how this moment really solidifies how ruthless he is. We should not have had the scene where he told her, "Hey, I killed your father." Because that right there showed, hey, this guy's evil, he does not mess around, he just kills whoever he wants to. And then we have the exact same scene again, but this one is much more impactful. You literally, out of all the people here, she is the only one you cannot kill. In case she might know something that the journal does not say. This scene is going on way too long. He's not going to kill her, obviously.
You ready? Hey!
It's amazing. This guy is... what a screenshot. This guy is more equipped to be called Tomb Raider, to be the hero of the story, versus her. How do you make the side character, the Kato, more impactful and a better person than the main hero of our movie?
Go!
What are you doing? Just standing around. Go. Just, man, Lou, just the star of the movie right here. Your gun's not even ready to go? What an incompetent group of mercenaries. How did any of these people get hired? Again, Lou, the star of the movie. Cooper Howard, getting everything done. I mean, jump sounds okay. Just start shooting. There she is. Why are you so bad at this? I could have got that shot.
She's in the river. You want us to follow?
I would love for him to say, yes, I want you to follow her. What would they do? Just dive face first in there?
I'm sending Rocket to track her.
This guy, I'm going to send him to track her. Are you out of your mind? This dude is beyond concussed right now. Also, they're going to try to track her. How are you going to track this woman? You have no idea where she's getting off in this river. She could go for like 30 miles on this river if she chooses to. So anywhere between now and 30 miles, she can get out of the water. And this guy is going to track her? Could we maybe have a scene later on? I don't know if this happens, but maybe he put a tracker on her or something? Wouldn't that have been cool? So I guess boats and planes do a terrible job on this island. Yeah, imagine if she fell. How is that dude gonna track her? You know, I wonder if this would have been a funnier idea. Remember in Ace Ventura when nature calls? When he goes over the rapids and he's like, I'm alive! And looks over, there's an alligator next to him. Like, wouldn't it be kind of funny? She's dramatically trying to pull herself up here and then is just breathing really heavy, and then like a pelican just lands next to her. And then everything starts creaking and falling down. Can you just go faster? It's literally collapsing around you. This should not really be a relaxing moment, right? Shouldn't you think that the rest of the plane is gonna naturally collapse too? Up, there it goes, starting to collapse. There is a guy that has to track her. Just think about that for a second. This dude, who just got smacked in the face with a shovel, is now tasked with finding her. Somehow. It's like, fuck you, plane. Like, are you good now? Is the bleeding stopped? You have to bandage yourself up or anything? Could you maybe rip off half the shirt and make it like into a mini shirt or something like that? You know what? Just like the movie Apocalypto. In that movie, the guy got shot with an arrow. And since he lives in the woods, later on, he's like ripping tree bark with his teeth and then mushing it up and putting it in his wounds and stuff like that. Shouldn't she be smarter? Like, hey, I just ripped this thing out of my stomach. Couldn't she like look around and bite some tree limbs or leaves and mash them, put it into a paste and put it inside of her? Just wouldn't that be kind of cooler if we got to see her knowledge of the wilderness and things like that? If this was the video game, I think this is how it would start. And then you would get the title screen, and then it might go to a flashback or something like that. Doesn't that sound a lot cooler that we would have started us off with action and not just, hey, I'm riding a bike and doing Uber Eats or something like that? Also, I think they showed boats or something like that in the water, showing that no one can get to this island. How did these people get to the island if everyone else in the world cannot? Did you fix your wounds? Did you patch up the hole in your stomach? Okay. Explain to me in the simplest of terms how he possibly found her. Because she was in the river, went to the waterfall. So he, after getting concussed and smacked in the face with a shovel, was like, alright, cool, I'm gonna go follow her. Went to where she jumped off into the water, followed all of that downriver to, I guess, the waterfall, and then said, yes, you know what? She must have, because of course, no, it wouldn't make any sense. I'm thinking, okay, she would have gone from the waterfall to the river and then followed that upstream. But no, she came out of the plane and used a parachute and went probably, what, 100 yards or probably more than that in the middle of the woods? And then just followed her after she went on the beach? How did you track her? I might have missed it. If she has a device on her where they're tracking her, that would make all the sense in the world. It would have been a much better idea. Wait a second. I remember this from the beginning of the movie. She was also in this exact same chokehold. So, is she gonna get out now? It's just, you see? That's what I would have done in the boxing arena. That chick had me in a chokehold. I'm biting her, kicking her straight in the twat. I got this. Okay, shut up, movie. You could have done it. She breaks out of the chokehold and then puts him in one or something like that, but he still has the upper hand right now? Like, what is this symbolizing? I thought it was going to be the beginning of it where the people are yelling instructions to her and she couldn't figure it out. So then she's thinking back up, oh, when I was in that chokehold, they were telling me something. I'll do that now. He's just countering and beating the shit out of her.
Stop struggling!
Also, is the goal to kill her? He said bring her back, right? Not murder her. And did you not see her going for the rock? You did nothing? There we go. It's over. Just keep him in that. You know, I'm annoyed by that. I'm annoyed because she won very well, but yet we didn't really get to see her do any of that in the beginning of the movie. Wouldn't it make sense to show her as a skilled fighter? Maybe she was fighting the street youths or something like that. The three that were trying to take her backpack. Like, she shows zero fight whatsoever, but now she does. Is this like symbolizing her growth or something? Can't she just, I don't know, be good? Dare I say, let her be good in the beginning and competent? Because I don't really see the change of, oh, I was this and now I've found my true calling. It's just, hey, now I'm randomly good at fighting. This is going to be a slow death for him. He's barely in the water. Like, he could start drinking the water now and be fine. His face is not even submerged. He's probably still alive. What the hell is this? Like the ancients of the forest or something? Oh, no. Go back and get the gun. Maybe grab his backpack or something, his radio. Do something cool like that. Is that her father? That's her father. You know, I wonder. Because we obviously, as an audience, saw it was him. Does she know it's him? Wouldn't it have been better if he didn't reveal his face and then we saw it later on?
No.
Oh, you dick. Okay, you got a body wound from that shrapnel. You just got into a fight with that dude. You are not ready for this. And that's what I really hate about this movie the most, is that they go from her being incompetent to, like, the best at everything. This whole movie, it's not consistent whatsoever. And really, you could have not made her a Mary Sue if you would have had her maybe talk about her history with her father. Maybe on the boat ride with Lou or something. It would have to be a completely different movie, but maybe just explain, oh, you're gonna fight. Yeah, I had to fend for myself on the streets for a while. Or, oh, you figured out this puzzle. Yeah, my dad showed me it. Just something like that would have been kind of better. So, like, he's just been drawing crazy symbols this entire time. Yeah, so let's assume for a second that that's what he's been doing. He's been on this island for like 7 years and has still been trying to find the location of this place. Wouldn't you be trying to, I don't know, survive or get off the island? Maybe Rambo all these dudes and get away to safety?
It's not real.
It's not real. This dude is mentally unwell.
Do you remember this?
Okay. Here is the problem with that. Dad, do you remember this thing you did? Because if she's fake, his mind would be projecting this. And thus, obviously, he would know it's her. That's why I would like this if she's pissed off and, like, kicks him or something like that. I believe everything you're saying right now.
Sprout.
Why am I calling her Sprout? What a stupid vegetable.
Oh, the blazes are you doing here?
Oh, it's a real funny story. I found your catacombs. I found your tomb. I listened to the video that you left for me, but the part where you said, set fire to this and don't come looking for me, I kind of did the opposite. And now the bad guys have your journal, and they know where the location of the deadliest thing known to mankind is. You know, Mondays, right? Yeah, or just make him like Sean Connery's character from, oh man, was The Last Crusade? That was my favorite one out of the three Indiana Joneses. Yeah, make him like that. Where he's like, Junior, what are you doing here? Oh, you led the Nazis here. You literally gave them my journal. The one thing I told you not to do, and you did it. Just give me Sean Connery from that movie as the father.
And I'm hurt.
Oh yeah, my wound from like 7 hours ago is finally acting up. Yeah, I would have liked if she bandages her own wounds. That would have been kind of tougher, right?
This will hurt me more than it hurts you.
What?
I highly doubt that.
All right.
It's like, oh my god, I wish you were still dead. Why are you disgusting looking? You couldn't cut your hair this entire time?
Stay with me.
I literally have nowhere else to go. Okay. I remember early on I said I would just blow the shit out of these places and open up doors and stuff like that. You're blasting and you have no idea where you're going. I'm kind of curious what the journal actually says. What the you blasted and found a perfectly good door like that?
I found it. It's in the transport.
They have been waiting for 7 years for him to make that call and says he found it. 7 years. That is so much. You could have maybe gotten better people to this island. Wouldn't you just like flood the island? Eventually, after like, I don't know, year 2 or 3, I'll be thinking, okay, is this thing really on this island? I'm just gonna flood it with as many mercenaries and engineers as I possibly can and just find this thing. Like, I'm not resorting to just random slave labor and just kind of blasting this and thinking it's there, because you were on the other end of the island. How did you... what made you go there? Yeah, he's doing all, like, crazy drawings and stuff like that. This guy is not ready for this. You could have been trimming yourself for 7 years and you chose not to until right now.
I thought you'd gone.
Usually when I see you on this island, it's you who disappears.
It's like, what a smug little father, too. Both of these people, just smug family. That's all they are.
Did you go to Oxford or Cambridge?
Oh, do I have some bad news for you? Actually, I'm poor. I am destitute, living in Graffiti Manor, hanging out with bicycle gangs, poor.
Well, there's time yet. You're still only a child.
Dad, I'm 34.
No, I was a child when you left me.
Careful.
I can see why he left. I would not want to stay for this kid.
Hardest day of my life.
No, it wasn't. It seems like you did this all the time. Didn't she say in the flashback, as he's saying like, "Oh, I'll be back," and then she says, "Before you know it." So you've done this before many times. This is not your first time leaving her.
When I gave up trying to get back to you.
What have you been doing this entire time? The hardest day of my life was when I gave up trying to get back to you. What have you been doing? You've just been drawing crazy things on the walls and getting twigs for a fire.
But I realized she'd never let me leave. Himiko.
The island? No, shut up. That's not how things work.
Trinity had sent Vogel to find her tomb.
Dad, I just shut up. We're getting off of this place. We're not having this discussion.
I had to stop them.
You didn't stop them. You actually did nothing. You didn't do anything at all to prevent anything happening right now.
And since I'm dead and...
Let's talk about that for a second. Cooper Howard said, "I killed your father." What exactly happened there?
Since you've burnt the rest of my research.
I have some I have some unfortunate news. I did not burn the journal. Better yet, I saved it, and now the bad guys have it.
About that.
So about that.
What part of burn all my papers did you not understand?
Why couldn't they just make this a comedy?
I set diversions and false leads wherever I could.
He's been on this island making up fake stuff this entire time as Cooper Howard is just getting all of these slaves to go in different directions for all these years.
If Vogel opens that tomb, Himiko's curse will be unleashed on the world.
Buddy, we literally have nukes. This is not worse than nuclear war.
So long as the tomb was safe, you were safe.
I don't think this is that big of a deal in the end.
I underestimated your...
My what?
Your attitude.
Stupidity.
Yes. Yeah, she should go on. Like my stupidity, smugness, irritability.
Your bravery.
Oh, shut the fuck. Shut up. I underestimated your bravery. It's like, if you knew what she's been doing this entire time.
We have to get off this island.
There's no way off, Lara.
Yes, there is. If Tom Hanks could have gotten off that island, they could have figured this out too.
Vogel's got a satellite phone. We can get to it. We can call for help.
Vogel has an army.
What does this... Okay, so let's assume that's true. Let's say they killed the entire army. They got a satellite phone. Who are you going to call? Who can you possibly call that can arrange I would assume a boat. I'm not saying like a helicopter. It's going to have to be a massive operation to come here and get you. There's no way.
When I was a different man.
Now I'm old and begrudging on this island.
Lara.
Why would that be a thing that would be on this island, a bow and arrow? Did he make it himself? Because it looks like it's store-bought.
Lara!
Like, you're not even going to go after her? Wait, so that's her plan, is that I'm going to kill all these mercenaries and take the satellite phone. No, there's a better chance of you building a boat and leaving right now. Also, of course she's going back to to where the dig site is. Wait a second. No. She doesn't know where the dig site is. She knows what the map said that her father left on the wall. She has no compass. She has no sense of direction. She has no idea where she's at right now. She knows she's on the coastline. She has no idea where the dig site is. And her plan is, I'm going to go there, kill all the mercenaries with my 5 arrows, and then call for help on this satellite phone with infinite battery, and someone's going to come and get me. I just don't believe any of this movie. I don't believe that she could do a single solitary thing right.
Come on.
She shoots and it's the slave and not the mercenary. Can't you do this at nighttime? This seems kind of stupid to do it now.
Try another combination.
He probably has the phone on him. Oh no, it was on the desk, but still. See, this is why they should have made a comedy with like Melissa McCarthy or something like that, and she's just trying to stow herself behind all this stuff.
I'm gonna get the sat phone, and we'll find a way for all of us to get out of here.
She kind of makes it seem like time is of the essence here, but it's really not. You still have all of these mercenaries to take out, so shouldn't the goal right now just be, okay, I'm gonna take everyone out? It just seems like, oh, we have to get the sat phone, get out of here as soon as possible. It's like, but the guys are still here. One of the biggest problems I have with this is that they are the best, yet the worst, dependent on the situation. Like, she can shoot that guy easily, but then miss the other guy. Lou is shooting people and misses everyone else. It's just, there's no consistency with this action scene at all.
I'll be right behind you.
Why do we bother with bullets, especially with our military? Shouldn't everything just be explosives? Yeah, there she is. Doing a great job, yet misses the other guy just standing out in the open too. Oh great, you got the sat phone, so it's like the situation solved. Again, there's so many other guards here, and all these other people. Just, shouldn't the focus be, we're gonna take everyone out, and then we're gonna get out of here together? Just, let's take, there's no ticking clock here. I kind of wish the father was more crazy at this point. Almost like the, oh man, what was his name? The old man from the Indiana Jones movie, the Crystal Skull one. I kind of wish that all these years of being alone on the island just kind of messed up his brain a little bit. To where he is kind of babbling, this weird babbling buffoon. Maybe he was injured and then, I don't know, kept alive by the natives or something like that. And he's just permanently brain damaged now, yet he's saying things that make sense with it. It just seems like he's way too coherent and knowledgeable about everything, yet looks like an unkept homeless person. Why is Lou not the star of this movie? Why did you create this character that is head and shoulders above Lara Croft in every aspect imaginable? He's a good guy, has personality, and he's great at what he does. With her, she sucks all around. She would totally 100% leave you behind. She didn't even question your safety when she woke up. She didn't remotely say to Cooper Howard, "Hey, have you seen my friend? I was with someone else. Did you see him by any chance?" Didn't care at all. Yeah, they use explosives, and this door is perfectly revealed.
Get the door open for me.
If I open that tomb, you won't have a family.
Then why are you looking for it, Richard? Why have you been spending all these years trying to find this? Because you led them here. Your actions are what brought them here. If it wasn't for you, let's just say you weren't on this island, you weren't trying to find this door to prevent them from doing it. They spent 7 years and they've been digging in the wrong location. And now because of your actions and your actions alone, they now know where the door is. So if you did nothing, They would spend decades on this island in the middle of nowhere with limited supplies, where it's almost impossible to sail a ship here or airdrop anything in. They would spend a lifetime here trying to open up this door, and let alone find the door. And they wouldn't have, if you wouldn't have looked for it first.
Open it! Never!
Then why did you go to the door? Isn't that kind of strange that he saw this door and went up to it, and I was like, I'll never open it. Why were you there? And also, okay, let's be real for a second. It's a door. I can get through this thing with a sledgehammer in, I don't know, a few hours. It's not that, it's a door. You have dynamite. This is not a complicated process. It's not like, oh, if I put in the wrong combination, the entire cave system collapses. No, now is the time for Cooper to call on the radio, hey, I found the door. We're going to need blah, blah, and blah to open this thing up. It's already solved. Was he gonna shoot him? Why? That wouldn't make any sense. With or without you, I'm gonna get in that tomb. Okay, well, you can get in without him, and then just keep him around in case there might be something you need to know from him. That's it. Shooting him now would be the worst idea. You've already won. You got the door.
Put it down.
No, I have the upper hand here. I have the upper hand here. I'm just gonna shoot you.
Oh, you don't think I can pull this trigger before you hit me with that arrow?
Shoot him, Lara.
There it is. There, it's over. It's over, Lara. You've lost. He's just gonna shoot your father. You can shoot him, but you have no bargaining whatsoever right now.
Shoot him, Lara. We can't let him get to Himiko.
You really don't believe this nonsense, do you? Tell you.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, obviously. What do you mean you don't believe in this nonsense? Bro, you've been here for 7 years because your employer believes in it. So, shouldn't you believe in it too at this point? That they're willing to sacrifice all these people and leave them marooned on this island until they figure this out. You must think there's something to this.
Sacrificing one life is worth saving millions.
Listen, Spock, I don't believe you. I don't... Fully knowing what happens and how deadly this thing is, I don't believe this is that big of a deal.
I haven't come all this way to see him die.
You didn't... I didn't come all this way to see you die. You thought he was dead this whole time, didn't you? Isn't that what happened? She thought her father was dead this entire time? No, well, she didn't want to believe it, but realistically, this guy was gone for 7 years. 7 years, no contact whatsoever. The bank's saying, hey, just sign the paperwork, he's long dead here. Then she gets there, finds out that her father's dead. Now it's like, oh, I can't, I thought you were alive this whole time. No, you didn't.
I'll do it.
You'll do what? You don't know how to open this door. You have no idea. He has no idea. He has theories written in his notebook, and that's it.
Finally, a Croft with some sense.
Hear me out for a second. If he's if I'm assuming, I think his name is Richard. If he's saying, the father is saying that it's okay that I die, the sacrifice is worth it, so why don't you just attack Cooper Howard now? If the goal is, hey, I'd rather die than open up this door, why would I allow myself to be a bargain in peace that my daughter, just be like, fuck it, sorry Lara, I have to die. And what if he attacked? What would happen? He would attack Cooper, maybe get killed, she'll kill him, and then it's over. Right now, Richard is in control of the situation. He could just kill himself right now, and it's over. Like, what do? You have nothing to bargain with her, except her life, and I don't think she would care that much about it, because she just saw the sacrifice that her father went through to ensure this door is not going to open. No one has any bargaining chip whatsoever right now, and also, let's say they both died. Cooper could just open the door his own way. He doesn't need them. The door is here. You're telling me that they blew this thing up with all this dynamite and stuff, and none of these mechanisms were remotely injured in the blast whatsoever? Look how absolutely perfect this semicircle is. It was not disrupted at all by any of the blasting or digging. What is he hoping is happening right now? Is he hoping that maybe his daughter can't figure this stuff out? I don't know. I'm just thinking that he's just sitting there and allowing this to happen, while also acknowledging that his life doesn't mean anything as long as his door doesn't get open. Shouldn't you be, like, thrashing around? Shouldn't you be telling her, no, don't do it? Shouldn't they have, like, 3 dudes holding them down? I don't really understand the sacrifice here. You're telling me you can't even afford a gym membership. You can't even pay your bills. And you can solve all these puzzles. You are the smartest person in the world, yet the dumbest at the same time. You know, that would have been kind of cool in the beginning. As we see her character doing things, maybe she's just playing with a Rubik's Cube or something, showing that she's really good at puzzles, or maybe she, I don't know, lives with a family that they're doing a crossword puzzle and she just comes over, just answers everything. Just some little character development early in this movie that shows her being good at puzzles. Because then it's, okay, we got 0 puzzle build in this entire movie, and then when she's on the ship, oh no, I'm sorry, when she's in the lawyer's office, then she figured out the puzzle that, looking at it, wasn't that complicated, and then she spent all this time on the ship in flashbacks doing things with the puzzle, and now could open up this door. Which, the door and the handheld thing are completely different looking. How did you do this so easily? Okay, so the door exploded. Why couldn't you just go in there on your own? Why couldn't you use a little bit of dynamite and blow it up? There's no way. Okay, there is no way that the tomb would be 1 foot away from the door. Obviously, it goes into some kind of catacombs with hallways and things like that. So what was the problem with just blowing this door up? I don't know why, but I really think this is a cool device. Is this actually a real thing? You literally were killing people 5 minutes ago. Now you're freaked out by spiders on a skeleton? Really, this should be a comedy. She steps on and goes, oh, what fresh hell is this? And then things start happening.
Should have seen the look on your face.
Oh no. Also, let's make a comparison to Raiders of the Lost Ark. Remember Sean Connery's character in that movie? How he had all the traps? He knew what everything was in this. He had everything written in his journal. And then when he got shot, Indy had to read the journal and figure out what to do. This guy has spent years tracking down this place. You don't know about the traps that are here. You don't have a wealth of knowledge of every single step of the way. They should have his notebook out right now and be walking down here and going, oh, okay, this is what this is. This is a trap here. They should know everything. Yeah, no one fucking move.
That was put there to keep people in.
No, it wasn't. How do you know that? And if you designed to keep them in, they closed the door. How did they close the door then if they were supposed to keep them in? I wonder in a perfect world, would the father sacrifice his daughter just to ensure of humanity's survival? Like, if he just threw the ladder down right now, it's like, oh, how are you guys gonna get across?
You go next.
Why was he smiling? She crossed the ladder. That wasn't that impressive.
Turns day to night. She must die to bring back life.
I don't think any of this happens. I don't think any of this ancient stuff matters whatsoever to the end of this movie.
Oh, shit.
The smartest guy in this movie. Perfect. This would be the best time to have, I don't know, a grenade or something. Just blow up the door from the other end or something like that.
There's gotta be a way to stop this!
What was that movie? The Rundown with The Rock and Sean William Scott? Where they had to go... It was like a trap similar to this. Where if you stepped on the wrong things, the certain parts of the floor would all drop out. That would have been so much better, because it doesn't really make any sense why these things are dropping randomly. It would drop if you step on the wrong one, right? Yeah, the movie that The Rock did made more sense than this.
It's a keyhole.
No, it's not. I know it is, but no, it's just a hole. It doesn't do anything.
Lara!
It's really lucky that those prayer wheels don't have their own little special combination to open them.
No!
It's not even fitting in there perfectly. What is the goal here with this?
It's a color puzzle.
It's a color... Get the hell out of here. It's a color puzzle.
Shit!
No!
You don't know. You don't know.
It doesn't work.
Shouldn't the father know? Shouldn't he know exactly what to do by now?
The color of life.
The color of life. If you're watching, just what do you think the color of life is?
Green!
Green is the color of life. I wouldn't have gotten that. I don't think that makes any sense. And I don't think this puzzle makes any sense at all.
Always where the brains of the family sprout.
Fuck up. What are you you're always the brains of it. You're useless here. You are the most useless one here. Cooper Howard said, try them all. And this guy stood here and did nothing.
Where's the floor?
Okay, he's my favorite character in this movie, besides Lou. So you built a house underground? You built a perfectly traditional Japanese house underneath the ground? Does that make any sense whatsoever? I don't believe this guy's shirt. I don't know why, for some odd reason. I guess that's why they put him in the shirt so he stands out, but I just don't believe his outfit. So if Lou and everyone else goes into this place, they're obviously all gonna die, right? I'm surprised he's walking in front of all of them with all these booby traps and everything. Wouldn't you just be sending her out there? Okay. She's not magical. Why is this movie trying to portray that we're gonna fight some magical force right now? It's not magical whatsoever.
It's not too late to change your mind.
Yeah, it's a little bit too late, buddy. I don't know why they're so hesitant about this. Didn't you sign up for this? And now that you signed up to try to find this thing, and now you found it, you're like, oh, I don't know. You're telling me a woman in a kabuki mask attacked you? It's simple. It's just a decomposition because of the air.
You see, I told you there was nothing to be afraid of. It's just a little old lady. Prepare.
Oh, I'm so disappointed it's not something magical.
It looks like she was taking herself here.
I don't, but I guess.
Sacrificing one life is worth saving millions.
That her father's quote it should not go along with the mythology of what's going on here. It's just a random thing he said.
She was sacrificing herself. She was protecting the world.
Okay, thank you. Boys, please continue.
See? Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, see, it's all fake. It's all bullshit. What's the why were we hearing all the whisperings as they were going through this place? Like, oh, she's breathing. No, it's just the pressure changing. What's wrong with you? Why would you make this movie? I think the original Angelina Jolie ones, wasn't there some kind of magical elements to these things? But no, this one, it's all based in science and reality. But they try to portray it as magic. Quick, chop his hand off.
She was a carrier.
Alright, so she had a disease, and that was it? That's what they want this for? To weaponize some kind of a bomb or something, or just a chemical warfare, something? Like, we already have this stuff. We already have access to all of these things. We don't need to go hunting through ancient lore for them. We could already do this stuff with the technology that we currently have. It's shoot him? There should be no conversation here. Okay, now it should be okay, boys. Let's clear out of here. I'll call the transport, make sure they have hazmat kits, and, yeah, that's it. Bag her up in properly. I wonder if it's in the air as well. Why is it just you touch her and then you might get this? Shouldn't it be in the air particles? Whatever this death stuff is?
This is what Trinity wants.
Really? Thank you.
This gets me on.
Thank you.
You take this out into the world, it's genocide.
No, it's not.
I just need to take a very small piece of you.
No, you don't. You called the transport. They're on their way. You go outside, you call them back and say, hey, listen, I found this thing. You're going to need hazmat suits. You're going to have to really, lock this place down. Make sure no one touches this, because if you get any of this on your skin, you're dead. There should not be, no, it's not that complicated. I would be afraid to touch it. Because if I snap her finger off, if any of the particles go into the air and I breathe that in, am I also dead? Aha, stalemate, I see. Why didn't you just shoot her right then? Why didn't you just shoot her as she ran out in the open? The only thing that was stopping him from having a clear shot was this guy. Can't you just shoot her? She's literally right there. Like, if you guys didn't have Stormtrooper aim, this movie would have been over an hour ago. I would be afraid to touch every single skeleton here. I would assume that everyone's infected.
Think of your daughter.
Think of your daughter as I'm trying to shoot you in the face. Can he... If I did that, I'd be like, oh, so that's okay, Richard. I brought more bullets. And then just put the empty magazine back in there so he thinks that you have more bullets. This is so poorly done right now. Like, just cut your arm off. You're fine. Why? You pressed that trap with all the confidence in the world that the walls wouldn't just, shoot 1,000 blow darts at you or anything like that. Shouldn't it be maybe he's chasing her and then she looks back and sees the symbols and then she tells him, no, wait, and then he steps on it and then they both turn and then the traps start opening up at them?
I'm infected.
Stop touching with your other hand. Just cut it off. What part of just get the fuck back?
Don't touch.
Yeah, Lara, if you would have listened to him, none of this would have happened. If he would have just burned all of his diaries and stuff like that, none of this stuff would have happened to him.
You must stop Vogel and get the hell out of here. And I'll bury Himiko once and for all.
I'm going to bury her. I'm going to blow her up so all of her dust particles are going to go into the atmosphere and kill the entire planet.
Promise me you'll stop him. Promise me.
No, I will not. Just like your original instructions, I'm going to disregard them entirely.
There must be another way.
Lara.
Yes, cut the arm off. I've already solved this movie.
You're a very, very bright young woman.
No, you are not. You certainly are not.
There's no other way.
Can we even, attempt to do the cut off the arm thing like I suggested?
I need you.
No, you don't. You literally had him outside of your life for over 7 years and you were fine. Well, not fine, but, you were good.
You're worth 10 of me.
No, you're not. Shut up.
You said you don't believe in magic.
It's not magic. None of this is magic whatsoever.
There's jobs to do.
Also, I think he escaped already. Right now, he's probably out of here.
Go on.
Just thinking about how long it took them to go from one end of this place to the other end of it. He's already passed by the room where the floor is gone. And he's already at the part with the ladder. He's gone. It's over. He's been way past this part. I don't care, limp or not. You're gone. Why would you throw that down? Okay, he's halfway on this thing. Go over there, grab one end of it and just shake it. And he falls off and the movie's over. That's the end of the movie. You've already defeated him. Instead, you did the work. You threw down your weapon and did this jump to do what? Oh, okay, good. So we're gonna fight on this tightrope. That's the ending that they came up with.
Let's just go home.
You could barely stand on this thing. You are not throwing a kick. Get the fuck out of here. Go away, movie. Okay, good. So now he's off. He can just push her down. That's it. And there it is. It's over. It's over. No. You don't have to do anything different now. She's on her stomach. You're punching her. Just keep punching her until there's nothing left but little pieces of Lara Croft paste on the floor. You're not even trying. Don't you have a gun or a knife or something?
You're not saving anyone.
Stop monologuing. Just leave. You can literally just leave. Did she just put herself in a chokehold? Did she just put herself in a chokehold? Get the fuck out of here, movie. So it's like the beginning of the movie where she was in a chokehold and they couldn't flip over that like 70-pound woman. Now you're gonna flip over a 200+ pound man. Wouldn't this have been better in the opening where we got to see her do this stuff and then we'd be like, hey, this makes sense? Just pick her up. Just pick her up and you've won. Why are both of these people so bad at fighting? I don't get it.
I made a promise.
You made a promise. Shut up, bad hero.
You're not getting out of here.
Where's the transport ship? Like he called for it? Are they gonna go to this exact location and just kind of rescue him? Would that be so bad? Nah, it'll probably take him a long time to get there, especially with the waves and stuff. But I think you can figure out a way across eventually. What did he hit her with? The blade part? Is he gonna freaking monologue? Is that what's happening now? He's gonna do some stupid monologue villain crap? The movie's over. He's won. He's won already.
You see Richard? Send him my regards.
I'm sorry, I feel nothing watching this. I don't feel any emotion whatsoever other than just, let's just end this bitch. Yeah, if you have to write in that the hero survives because the villain was monologuing and busy doing cool stuff rather than just being practical, it's such a bad fight scene. Everything about this ending's terrible. Man, remember that amulet that was her mother's and it was so important to her and she just sold it to Nick Frost for like $7,000 and that was it? Can't you just, like, kill him? Just beat the shit out of him? You don't have to do something like this dramatically?
Send them yourself.
He's a fucking zombie. Just kick him off. You touch him, you're gonna get infected. I didn't think that was that dramatic of a death at all. Were you guys, like, crawling here backwards and blindfolded? How were you not there by now? It was right there. But yeah, why are you guys so far away from the entrance? The entrance of this was right where you guys were, where she showed up and saved the day. So she only made the jump because everything was exploding and the walls, the floor was falling down in such a way where she could use as a ramp. I don't believe you, Ice Pick. I don't believe you at all. I don't believe that's how these things work. Maybe if she had two of them, I'd believe this. Yeah, because she's stabbing and then crawling and then stabbing again, but she's not holding on to anything. How? Where are you, at the center of the earth? This is like a mile down. Are you insane? What do you mean? How is she alive still?
Lara!
Oh my god. Shut up. You fucking simp.
We're not dead yet.
You're not, but the franchise certainly is.
No shit.
What the smug to the end. What are you gonna do? They're gonna look up, they're gonna call this phone, and they're like, hey, there's a bunch of dudes with guns there. Are we gonna land? Probably not.
You're taking us home, yeah?
The thing only seats 5. Go where? Where the hell's the boat? No. I want to see where they landed. Because I'm going to assume that this helicopter came off of a ship. So they did what? Did they just fly 1,000 miles to land, or were there ships in the ocean that they landed on?
I see so much of him in you.
I do not. I do not at all.
Thanks, Anna.
And thank God she finally signed this paperwork after long last. After 7 years, you finally signed it.
This is a list of all our assets.
So she's in... Wow, I thought it was... This would sign over all the rights to her. What? That doesn't make any sense. They wanted Lara to sign this for 7 years. To do what with it?
Boardrooms and business deals. I'm just not that kind of Croft.
I don't know what kind of Croft are you, because your character keeps changing every second.
Neither was Dad, as it turns out.
Yeah, I don't understand how this company was afloat with him behaving the way he does.
Are all these companies owned by us?
Yes.
That's a lot. That's an entire book of companies. Why couldn't we see what she was looking at? Why did we have that? Oh no, I'm being double crossed here. Just shouldn't you have seen her finger going through all these names, and then she pauses on one, and then we know what she's looking at? So she saw something in that book, realized that something isn't what it seems to be, then had to drive all the way home, fully knowing this, to figure it out? Like, why couldn't we just see it? I hate her Batcave. I hate the idea this is actually a thing.
An ancient militant organization that seeks control over the supernatural.
But it wasn't supernatural. This woman had a disease. There was some disease going on here. She was a carrier, but she was immune. I'm pretty sure that's what we just saw. And that's it. There is no supernatural. It's a medical thing. There were no supernatural aspects to this movie. You can do it with a bunch of nukes. So this was the name that she saw on the ledger of all the companies they run, and then she had to go back home to probably hours later to confirm it?
Mercer, my employer.
Why would you have your own brand of food? Can't you just go to the... Like, peas are like a nickel a can. You have a manufactured food company for this?
Trinity is everywhere.
It's so dumb. It's so stupid. You could have just stopped her on the freaking elevator. Like, you own the company. What's the problem here? You literally own the company, so you thus have control of all these places.
But you really must come in and sign these papers now.
Okay. So, Lara Croft as the sole beneficiary of Croft Holdings, okay. Anna Miller, the sole authority or attorney under the laws of the government of the United Kingdom. So, who's in more control here? Her or Anna? And if so, can't you just go to the media or sue them or something like that?
You wish.
The only person that I get to talk to is on the other end of this phone.
We Crofts, we have responsibilities.
Your responsibility, but this is your company. Like, I'm confused here. You own the company that was responsible for all this. So why can't you just disband all these things? Just cut funding to what? Like, what's the problem here?
Jobs to do.
What an absolute disaster of a script. I have no idea what the actual point of this movie was. It, of course, made Lara Croft look like the greatest Tomb Raider of all time, the smartest, most Indiana Jones person out there, but it was such a forced thing. And it made, plot-wise, no sense. Wouldn't you show her being competent throughout this entire movie? No. You started this movie off by having her be incompetent, being smug, being selfish, being annoying, being weak, not being able to figure out anything. The smartest thing she did in the opening of this movie was the idea of jumping on the truck to cheat the game. And that was it. And then she couldn't even do that right after because she got arrested and then was smug about it afterwards with her not stepmother. Then she goes off to be the smartest person in the world and solve all these puzzles while at the same time not showing us any character progression of her doing this stuff or having any interest in puzzles. Again, you could have started off where she was doing something action-packed. Like all the Indiana Jones movies started off. Something cool, something memorable. But no. You started off with her losing a fight, and then delivering food, and then everything else afterwards. And then having to travel to Hong Kong and selling her mother's amulet. Just, I don't know what they wanted to do. Wouldn't you want to think that she would protect that at all costs? It's the one thing she has left. Or maybe this movie would have ended where she buys it back or something. Wouldn't that might have been a kind of a cool ending, where she sold this thing, the only thing she has left that's actually worth money. And then after she, I guess, owns the company afterwards, she buys it back at an auction. And then when she's there, maybe she buys like a scroll of something, or some kind of ancient artifact, or a map, and it says like, oh, the map of this, and sailors spent their entire lives trying to find this place, and they never did. She looks at it and goes, huh, maybe I can. And that's where it ends? No, it ended in a way that you wanted a cinematic universe, a connected universe, where she is going to be stopping this company that she literally owns. Remember when the James Bond movies really started to suck? The Daniel Craig ones, when they started to just bring in this worldwide organization that was secretly in control of everything. It's like, I don't care about this anymore. I don't believe that. And that was such a stupid idea, that there's this worldwide organization that's secretly in control of everything, but she's in control of the company. Can't you just investigate your own company? What would have been the next movie if it got greenlit? Obviously it didn't, thank God for that. Instead you guys decided to make a terrible Netflix show, but if you wanted to make a sequel of this movie, what could they possibly have done? That she's taken down this organization? There would have been no tomb raiding. It would have just been her, blowing this place up? What could they have possibly have done? That she stopped them in mid-journey to find another ancient artifact of mythical and spiritual something that obviously didn't turn out to be that in the end? Wouldn't you have had this movie end where there was magic and the supernatural attached to it? You didn't do that. You showed that this was just a woman that had a disease that was immune to it. And that was it. She locked herself in this giant tomb to protect the world. No. That was dumb. That was really dumb. Because now Trinity going forward is like, hey, we're looking for supernatural stuff. And she'll be like, hey, that's actually not real. None of the stuff you're doing is supernatural. So you tried to start this off with a supernatural aspect to it. Prove that the supernatural aspect didn't work at all. And then they're going to go on, spend billions of dollars. This criminal organization is trying to investigate the supernatural but not find anything supernatural. That's the movie. That is the plot line. That is what the bad guys are going to do. Try to control the world with supernatural artifacts, yet at the same time, there are no supernatural artifacts, as per this movie. Unbelievable. It fails across the board. There really isn't anything that would make me say, wow, this was actually... Maybe Lou's character. The only character in this movie that was good was Lou. The father was dumb. The father should have simply just killed himself to protect this... it's so weird. I said this before. If he did nothing on that island, if he would have just killed himself and that was it, they never would have found the entrance to this place. They never would have found it. It would have taken them forever. And also, wait, let's really look into this. They wouldn't have been able to solve any of the traps. The floor is going away. They wouldn't have been able to solve that. They all would have died right then and there. Lara Croft was the one that got them there. All these puzzles, she solved them for her. And her father was there too with them. So they were responsible for all this stuff happening. And what a simple movie this is to do. Just do Indiana Jones with a woman. That's all you had to do. She is an established character, a very popular character, a very popular franchise. And you found a way to bastardize it. Unbelievable. How the hell did you guys do this? So that is my review of Tomb Raider 2018. Man, what a terrible ride. I had fun recording this. I hope you enjoyed too. So let me know what you guys think about that.
I'll carry you when you can't go on, through fire and shadow till the dark is gone. In the heart of Mordor, with a strength unknown, for you, dear friend, I'll bring you home.